Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for November 26, 2024 for the lower 48 as well as tropical updates. Thank you for joining me. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel or at least click the like button so you can be notified when the latest weather videos drop at this time. Looking at the total precipitable water here, you can see that in the red we have a high concentration of moisture south of Jamaica and to the southwest Caribbean Sea, extending toward the Belize and Honduran Roatan Islands as well as towards Panama. This area is likely to yield, if it will, in the next week or so, last tropical depression or area of interest. The next name on the list would be Tony, if it is possible. But right now, tropical cyclone activity is not expected during the next 48 hours here. We do not have anything of concern. Just some showers hanging around Jamaica, Haiti, and eastern Cuba here at the moment, as you can see. And there's that chance for development here. Not much, only about a 20% chance that this even becomes a area of interest or an invest area. But that southwest Caribbean Sea, of course, had yielded a lot of storms before, like Beryl, and some of the other ones that we've had have come out of this Western Caribbean zone here. So we have to keep a close eye on that. Looking at the current surface maps here, you can see that we have these showers that are going to continue tomorrow, and the snow showers that's continuing up into the Laurel Highlands, the Alleghenies, the Great Lakes, and the Northeast and New England here. Mixed precipitation, rain and snow will continue across this area tomorrow as a vigorous cold front is going to be passing through, and this jet stream is going to take a big dive down south, bringing cold temperatures all the way down to the Florida Gulf Coast after Thanksgiving and after Friday, starting really Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You're really going to be bearing in the cold temperatures, especially in the morning. Temperatures could range from anywhere from the teens up in the high New England mountains all the way down to the 20s and 30s and 40s down to the Gulf Coast and the Mid-Atlantic here for your morning lows. Afternoon highs are going to struggle in some places to get above 40 or 50 degrees here in some of these places. But for tomorrow, this is our setup. You can see snow showers, heavy snow continuing in the Colorado passes here west of the Eisenhower Tunnel. So we're looking at Vail, Breckenridge, Steamboat Springs, all those areas there along the former pass outline there on the Continental Divide. Great skiing conditions for that area down in western Colorado, as well as Utah as well. They're picking up some heavy snow in the Utah, Park City, Logan, Utah, those areas there. St. George is picking up heavy snow, and the Four Corners area is picking up heavy snow in the Raton Pass in New Mexico and down through the rim country of Grand Canyon, rim country as well. Now, one area that's going to see a flip pattern here is California. They're going to see some much-needed rain for San Diego, Palmdale, Lancaster, Bakersfield, and into Fresno on the 99 freeway there. You guys are going to see some much-needed rain tomorrow here. Where the dry line sets up in Texas there, no showers. It's going to be dry and some clouds. So there's going to be some showers there. No showers associated with that. Don't have to worry about that. But in the upper Midwest, we're going to see heavy snow as well in that area from North Dakota, southern North Dakota along I-94 corridor, North Dakota, South Dakota, and into Minnesota there as well. So be on the lookout for that as well, starting out tomorrow. Our current weather service hazards for today, listen, we just have that snow. That's the only big name game in town is we have that snow heavy winter storm warning in effect for the western continental divide areas. Once again, those ski resorts, Vail, Breckenridge, Summit County, those areas west of I-70, west of the Eisenhower Tunnel, extending up to Steamboat Springs, Boulder, west of Boulder, all those areas, Fort Collins. You guys are going to be into those areas with winter storm weather warnings and winter storm watches. Now, New Mexico, you have a high wind warning. This is extending down just to the north of Albuquerque and Taos. Along I-25 and the Raton Pass there, you guys have high wind warnings for those strong winds that are going to be blowing some of the snow around that have felt last week. That's fallen last week. Now, out in California, the same thing. In the high deserts, you're going to experience high winds there in Nevada, southern Nevada, Las Vegas as well. High wind warnings and wind advisories in effect there. Of course, the high Sierras are outlined in pink. That winter storm warning applies to you too as well, but you're used to this. And Bridgeport and Truckee and all those areas, you guys are used to seeing heavy snowfalls. Now, out east, clear skies, nothing really hazardous, but we do have in blue here a winter storm watch off the lake with some lake effect snow that could be possible here once again along that New York, that I-90 corridor, leaving Erie and going into that southern New York there, Hamburg, and those typical places where you get those lake effect bands coming in there, as well as for the Tug Hill Plateau, Watertown, and the Tug Hill Plateau in New York. You could be experiencing lake effect snow starting today and tomorrow as a stream across those warm Great Lakes there. Now, also in the upper UP UP of Michigan, we do have a winter weather advisory in the purple here for some mixed precipitation that's coming across Marquette and Houghton and places just to the north of I-75 there as you head up and toward the Canadian border there. So be on the lookout for that. Be very cautious for that. Otherwise, we don't have anything else going on here. Most of the rivers and streams in Florida have gone down. There's a tiny little sliver of green here for a flood warning here. This is just to the west of Citrus and Hernando counties and Sumter counties for that river there. I believe it's the Aripeca River there. It's going to be a little bit elevated there, so some minor street flooding possible, as well as a little sliver of green in central Louisiana off I-10 there, west of Baton Rouge there as well. So that's what we have going on here. I want to show you also, too, that the hurricane season ends November 30th. So that's going to be the end of this week here. And you notice that all these water temperatures are cooling down here along the Gulf Stream here and also along here. So really the only hotbed of activity has been the Western Caribbean, the Central Caribbean, and just to the east of Turks and Caicos and Bahamas here. That's the zone that we look for in November, climatologically speaking, in the last 32 years or so for development. So we'll see. And it's possible that we can get development outside of November 30th. Let's say the first week of December, if this system down here develops later on in the first week of December, say December 4th or 5th, like I said, the next name will be Tony on that list. So thank you for joining me once again on the Weather Guru podcast. Appreciate your support and comments. I'll see you in the next episode. God bless.